Scholars and Dragons is a mature, college-age podcast. Please check the episode descriptions for content warnings. Listener discretion is advised.
Tonight, breaking news as Imperial forces sweep the capital region to enforce their crackdowns on Cretan sympathizers. And now, the mysterious and reclusive cult known as the Blue Busters hosts the largest public event in years, despite the Imperial pressure. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen of the Sword Coast. My name is Ron Grongle, and this is Neverwinter World News Tonight. I'm here at the scene of the Blue Buster party, and we've been told press is not allowed to enter the event. So, we are currently outside of the red carpet near the event entrance to grab interviews with guests. Here at the red carpet, we've met this fine gentleman who is willing to answer some questions about the event. Sir, first off, what is your name?
My name's Gub.
Gub, can you tell us a little bit more about the event that you've seen so far?
It's a real good time with all the people coming in around all over the place and just having a grand old time walking around and enjoying the whole place, you know?
That's great, but can you tell us more about what the event is like? Is it true that there is an unusual gathering of wizards inside the caves?
Oh yeah, you know, it's been a great time seeing all these wizards and the folks from all over the place just having fun and enjoying a good time being together and just enjoying the music and caves and fun little activities, even if you aren't a VIP, just like a fun old time just being in the caves with all the wizard folk. And even though none of them can turn me back from being a rock, because, you know, Mr. Ron, I wasn't always a rock. I used to be a human like you, but I was taken by an evil enchantress and turned into this walking rock that I am now, and ever since I've just been walking around trying to enjoy life, and I've been giving it, if you catch my meaning.
Well, we see you are one of the VIPs at this event. Can you tell us how you met Brock?
Oh, yes, I met the other Rock. Hey, you know, Rock is also the Rock. I met him when I was just walking around in the place. I just went on one of me normal walks, going out and around and enjoying the outdoors, and I had a whole gang approaching me on the trails, and it's been some time since I'd seen other walkers, you know, and I just thought, oh, wouldn't it be nice to have someone else, you know, going on a rock around with and talking with on the rock, because I wasn't always a rock, you see, and once I was a man like you, and I had a normal human skin, but an evil enchantress cursed me and turned me into a rock, which I think is the best way to answer your question, if you catch my meaning.
That's great, Gub. Okay, one final question. The world watches with bated breath as this party is held amidst a slew of Imperial raids. How does it feel to be attending an exorbitant event during such an intense political climate?
Oh, well, you know, when you've been just going around and walking and meeting folks and just enjoying a good old time like I had been for some time. I think it's one of those things where you just enjoy being able to go around and enjoying everyone, because even though I'm a rock now, I wasn't always the rock, you see, and I was just cursed by an evil enchantress and made me look this way, even though I once had a dragon and a meat farm, and I was going around and just really making a living.
Okay, Gub, that makes sense. Okay, I really appreciate you taking the time to talk with us, Gub, and wait, is that Slate Fate?
Why, yes it is.
Slate, is it true that you lost your hair during your adventure in Servi?
Yes, I was in a heroic battle fighting demons and gods, and in a hero's sacrifice, I sacrificed my hair to save Servi.
How brave. Now, is it true that your hair is your reproductive organ?
Maybe. Where did you hear that?
I'm the one asking the questions here. Now, is it true that you imprisoned a kobold in your hair and that he is now free?
Oh, I would never imprison anyone unless I saw a great benefit to be gained by the individual and also the world. But maybe. Have you seen him?
Again, I'm the one asking the questions. But before you go, Slate, I have one more question. Is it true that even though you consider yourself an Archmaster Wizard, you aren't a wizard anymore after losing your hair, and that you now have a tiny wizard in your pocket that casts all of your spells for you?
I think he's onto us.
Quiet down! No, and I will not tolerate these insensitive, intrusive, and frankly, malicious questions. Now excuse me, I have some magic to sell.
Okay, and Slate is walking away. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, you heard it here first. Slate Fate, the hero of Servi, is at the Blue Buster party. And now, we have here some sort of undead creature that has walked up. It is riding the back of a chicken. It looks like it's some sort of chicken jockey. Are you looking forward to the event? Alright, not sure if there's much more to learn about this little guy. Hey, Brock! That's Brock the Rock!
Or are you the news guy?
Come on, Brock, we have a timetable to stick to.
Yes, that's right, it's me, Ron Grongle of Neverwinter World News Tonight. Do you have time for a quick interview?
Nope, we do not. No, we do not.
Yeah, of course we do. Come on, Wizard Lizard, just answer a few questions.
That's great.
Okay, Brock, we have time for 2 questions. What do you want, news guy?
Everyone is dying to know. how does one afford to host the biggest party in the Forgotten Realms?
Well, it's crazy how much he can get done with just promising the idea of getting money back to people. You know, having the cloud of working with the Blue Busters and then promising them to pay for everything has really made things super easy to afford.
Well, of course it's not hard for you when you offload all of the effort to a boatload of Imperial prize-winning wizards.
Anyways, we've had the opportunity to work with some super influential businesses across the Forgotten Realms in order to create the most unique event that would not have been possible without me.
So influential you broke Mordenkainen's 12 laws of arcane dynamics in order to make that ridiculous wall of mist.
Wizard Lizard, if you have something to say, just say it to my face. Also, it's not some wall. The name for it is Mirror Mist.
Tell me more about this wall of mirror mist you seem to have put a lot of work into.
You're telling me.
Well, like I said, it's not a wall, just called Mirror Mist, and it gives you better insight into you and your friends. And this is unlike any other magical entity in the world. But yeah, it didn't take that much work. All I had to do was sign a paper, and boom, I had the Mirror Mist installed a couple of weeks later.
Interesting. And Wizard Lizard, can you tell us your side of the story?
Well, for starters, he had it in only a couple of weeks because he offered me and my colleagues enough gold to purchase a small country. And don't even get me started on the test subjects we had.
Okay, nope. That's the third question there, Ron, and we promised you only 2.
Hey, but I was just telling him about the test
No,
subjects.
it's okay. We just, we're gonna go back to the party now. Thanks, Ron.
These are truly unprecedented times. Now, off to future me and a story about the Emperor's new goon who wears robes depicting the fairy tale planet of Earth. Off to you, future me.
Yes, I'm ramping up. I'm getting there.
Nate, do you have a vocal exercise
You see how hard it is to...
Hey, yo.
Hello, and welcome to Scholars and Dragons, your favorite D&D podcast about 5 college students flung into the realm of magical, wild, and whimsy wizards and wavers and dragons and demons on a quest to rescue themselves. Nope,
Kind of
to
rescuing.
discover themselves before they lose themselves.
Oh, yeah.
My name is Nate Dietz, and I'm your... I was trying to come up with a funny word for that. I'm your not dean. No, that's not... I was going to say not your daddy
Can
today.
you say something real quick about like how like
No,
you
not
should
your
go
daddy is
listen
funny.
to the previous episode before you listen to this one?
You should always do that. Any episode that you go back to.
People don't do that.
If it's a number greater than 1, go back, and if you haven't listened to that one, go back again, and then
Yeah.
go until you get to either the last one you listened to or episode 1.
That's
So
a math
Oh my
equation.
gosh.
keep
This-
doing that, and then
This is
and
probably
then
someone's-
once you get to episode 1, then start going forward in the numbers.
This is probably someone's first episode, and they're gonna be like, "What the heck is going on?"
Yeah.
Like,
Have
this
you guys
is
done
not
that
how
before?
it
Like, is
normally
that something you guys...
No, apparently, through the grapevine, people say that that's a thing that happens, but
That's weird.
I don't.
That
I-
what happened?
I don't believe it's like, oh, episode 87 of Game of Thrones came out. I'm going to start there.
Okay, it's a little bit different for a podcast though, because people think that like
Well,
there's
that is
different
true,
kinds
'cause
of
sometimes
podcasts
aren't.
where,
Yeah.
where it's like up to date news or like finance
But
or
that's not what
something. So
this
it's not.
is.
Yeah, I know, but like some people might still treat it that way.
Well, if you're listening to this right now, and this is the first
Go
time.
listen to your
First,
Econ
hello,
hormones.
welcome. Now go.
Now go,
And
yeah,
go back to
episode
episode
1.
Go there, catch up, and then you're going to be so happy we told you to do
And
that.
then
'cause
at episode 1, we're going to say, now you go to the latest.
now go to the latest. This is a non-linear podcast. No, it is very linear. Just go listen to it linearly, and you're going to be happy when you come back 35 episodes, 36 episodes later.
Holy
And then
Oh my
you'll be
gosh.
like, wow, y'all are so right. Thank you for that. And that means that my name is Nate Dietz, and I'm not your Dean Master today.
What, Dean?
What, Dean?
Whoa, no Dean.
No,
No,
Dean?
Whoa.
And I'm playing Shroomy, Eren, and Dr. Acula today.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So Shroomy, how many of y'all in this room on a list of a few things like barbecues, the smells of fireplaces, and campfires,
Woo!
I like this. Yeah,
and
those are
being
good
next to
smells.
warm things?
Okay.
Yeah.
I like
Yeah,
being
that's
next
nice.
to warm
Only if they
things.
smell
Okay.
good.
And like the smells of, and like smoked brisket and like things like that,
that
like
smells so good.
sauteed things.
Oh, yeah, Mr.
Stuff like that.
Krabs.
Okay, well, Shroomy hates it. Shroomy
Lame.
hates campfires.
Shroomy
He
hates
hates
life.
the
I can
sound of
fix him.
fireplaces. He hates barbecues. Bless you.
I'm just kidding.
Shut the fuck up, Stone.
Oh, can we do the bomb thing again?
Oh,
Play it
yeah.
back. Play it back. Rewind.
I think that was my first sneeze.
And then bomb went off.
Entire life.
No, in this recording.
So yeah, Shroomy just absolutely hates it because he has some childhood trauma that maybe we'll develop a little bit more into later, and we'll learn why he hates the smell of campfire and the sound of fireplaces so much.
Like when his mom got cut down.
Josh's eyes just went so wide straight to Stone. I keep calling you Brock today. I don't know why.
You just got me on your mind.
Hello, my name is Melanie. I'll be playing Margaret Hollsman. Man, drove me with a musical pants, putting me in a musical trance, told me to get inside Eren's pants.
Oh my.
Whoa.
All I hear every time is get inside Aaron's
Yeah,
pants.
that's
That's
all
the thing I hear.
My scholar today is that I can't eat corn, and therefore, because I can't eat corn, Margaret can't eat corn.
Damn, that's punishing.
So
mean.
just
Yeah.
I'm scared to ask why.
so anything that
More- not why,
happens
but how
to
it
you,
feels.
or anything that you can or can't do, is just automatically applied.
Is Margaret you? Are you Margaret?
To Margaret?
No, I hate Margaret.
Can Melanie do magic?
I'm about to build a tiny hut so hard
Oh my
right
gosh.
now. Yeah, no, corn makes my stomach flutter, and I get really bad anxiety when I take a shit.
That's
So,
fair.
Yeah.
You want the internet to know that?
A good improv challenge is that every one of us needs to try and get corn into Margaret today. Like,
It's crazy.
okay.
That's Aaron's job.
No.
Yeah.
Through the mouth, right?
Country girl got to make do. You know what they say?
No, we have to.
What did you say? A country girl
got to make do because like there's cornfields and
and corn on the cob, and it's in like the right
We
shape.
need to somehow
Yeah.
get Margaret to ingest corn today.
yeah.
All right,
I want
that
to
sounds
get
good.
That'd be funny.
Let's have some corn.
That'd be cool.
What is up? My name is Josh.
Whoa.
Hi.
Hey.
I'll be playing Flynn Taylor. I'll be playing Papa Flynn Taylor, the
Papa.
conduit of culture.
Oh,
Papa.
Papa.
Yes.
Daddy.
Papa.
Yes, my children.
You almost
Anyway.
sounded like Dr. Brenner from Stranger Things.
I thought the same
Yeah,
Mm.
yeah.
I mean, if I've seen it, if I saw it, then I would be like, oh,
I
whoa,
thought
you're
you've seen
right.
Stranger Things.
First season.
He's in it. He's
Which-
Papa.
Which one?
The
He's
guy,
Papa.
the guy with the white hair, the G-man, the government dude.
G-man?
G-Man.
That's a valid thing
Yeah.
to say. What is your?
And my scholar is that Flynn has been feeling pretty down recently because he
Gabriel left.
hasn't. No,
No.
not that.
Oh,
Damn.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
He's just-
specifically not that.
he's actually been happy.
Garrett, you're funny today. What's going on?
I don't know.
Just today.
Yeah, just
Yeah,
today,
just
though.
Bro, take a charisma shot.
Yeah.
He's been
Or the-
feeling down.
Why?
Thank you for asking. Because he hasn't done anything for this world. He hasn't.
Aw.
He hasn't.
So he's like useless,
well,
basically.
he hasn't contributed
Aw.
in the way that he did on Earth.
Well, he's
So,
made
like,
deer
not at
babies.
all.
That's like
Was
me
he
in
like
college, you
burnt
know?
out?
No, he hasn't done anything.
He just
That'll
didn't
change
try.
at the concert.
He's gone like his whole life being like creative and like making things and
Like, just
contributing
almost-
to society in like very plentiful ways.
Was it almost like he didn't even have to try before? Like it was like such
He's
a
just
natural
pissed
rhythm that
excellence.
it just
Is
happened.
Is
But
there any bit it has to do with the fact that like he was contributing to society and now he knows society has forgotten about him? So he's like, why even bother now?
Oh
It's
shit.
He's been
so
thinking about it a
interesting.
lot. But yeah, he's been feeling down.
I'll make sure to check on you as I'm eating corn.
Okay.
Wait,
Yeah.
that makes sense too.
But she's
because
not
we-
going to eat corn, so she's not going to check on you.
Unless someone
Like,
feeds
like
me.
we explained all these songs that weren't made by you, but by different people or just like items and everything. So that
Do you
makes
know
sense
who-
why you're so sad.
Do you know
Sounds
who
like
Josh
Flynn
is?
just needs to get over himself.
Josh is like Benny Blanco, bro.
I think that's a compliment. That's from White Lotus.
What?
No, Benny
No.
Blanco is.
What are you
He's like
talking
the
about?
he's like
Selena
the behind the
Gomez's
scenes. Yeah, Selena
boyfriend.
Gomez like fiance or husband or whatever the fuck.
Yeah.
But he also wrote every 2000 song. Like you know Dynamite.
dude.
He wrote that.
Oh, I know who you're talking about.
Yes,
Yeah.
the guy with the curly
Yeah,
hair.
Yeah,
yeah. He
I
looks
love
like
that
that's
guy.
Flynn, dude. That's
Oh.
you.
I don't.
That
Oh,
literally.
that guy's in the show Dave.
And today, I'm back, baby.
He's
Michael's
Back
joining you.
again.
Michael.
Yes.
Hello, friend.
I've
Michael's
been
back.
enjoying a rematch, which you guys
Back
should all
on.
check out and make it game of the year.
What's your name? What's your name?
Pilatro.
Didn't you already say that?
Well, you didn't say Michael.
You
Oh,
said
did-
I'm back.
Oh, I didn't say
You
Michael?
just said I'm back.
Oh, I'm Michael.
Michael,
Oh my gosh.
Wait, that really clears things up.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Michael
yeah, yeah.
DiStasi, the voice you guys missed.
The voice in your head, the voice in your ears.
Oh, I like that song. I might take that. The voice in your head, the voice in your ears, and the voice that keeps you up at night.
Oh,
Oh, snazzy.
in a good way.
Today, I will be joining as not Gabriel, but Johnny B.
Johnny B.
That's right, guys. B as in boy. My scholar today is not, it originally was about Johnny B, But then something devastating happened to me today that I'm going to take a moment to share with all of you.
What?
And so I was texting Josh earlier today, and we were doing normal
that is
stuff.
really bad. I'm just kidding.
Devastating.
I'm just kidding,
And
Joshy.
we were talking about Star Wars, and I was talking about the best movie of all time,
the new
Attack of the
Fortnite
Clones,
season.
which I don't actually believe that. Don't hate me, Garrett.
I like all the original 6, so that's
Okay.
good. Yeah.
And Josh says, Josh, is it okay if I out you here?
Mm-hmm.
And Josh says, wasn't that a TV show?
Oof.
And so I typed to him, no, that was Clone Wars. And 2 milliseconds before I send that, he types, no, that's Clone Wars, gets predicted. And so I don't even see that, and I hit send.
Oh no!
And so Josh is predicted to be so hard.
Josh, that is like breaking ankles over
Yeah.
text.
Okay,
Which
I
is-
have
like,
no
he juked you
idea
out.
what this means.
That is
Okay,
diabolical,
to
bro.
clarify,
No, it's
for people that
fine.
might not know Star Wars. It's like, okay, there's a movie called Attack of the Clones. There's a TV show called Clone Wars. We're coming out around the same time. So then they were talking about the movie, but then Josh was like faking, being like, oh, is that the TV show? And then
When I went to correct him,
and
he
then
pre-corrected, predicting what I was going to say.
because he just knew Michael so well, he knew that's
basically
what was about to happen.
verbally
Exactly.
breaking my ankles.
Yeah.
The best part is Josh has never seen the movies.
Yeah.
That's the
Or the
craziest
show.
part.
So like it was a good bait.
Or
You've
the
never
show.
watched Star Wars, Josh?
No.
No, he
that's
hasn't.
what
That's
we're
about to
doing
change.
tonight.
But
Shame.
next,
Tomorrow?
next
Wait, y'all are watching
episode.
Star Wars tonight?
Tomorrow?
One
in a
tonight
variety
and
of
then
days.
one in the morning tomorrow, and
Where
we're gonna try
are
to
we
get the
watching
rest of
this?
them.
I thought you said you weren't.
One in the-
This is a discussion after the fucking podcast.
Yeah, we haven't even started. It's,
Yeah,
6
no,
o'clock.
our
Guys, if-
listeners aren't invited, so we
I
can't
was
talk
gonna
about plans
say,
in front of them.
Guys, if you want to come join us,
all of you can join.
join us at Josh's place at
Or my
6.
address.
So Josh does that to me. So my Scholar, and what my goal is today, as a player, not even as a character, is to predict what Flynn says today at some point in the
No,
podcast.
the whole episode.
Just get something out before he can.
Literally.
So
Okay.
that's my
I like
goal.
this.
That's cool.
I think
that's a cool little
dope.
mini game.
Okay.
Hold on. Okay. Sorry. Stone just said that's cool. I think that's Stone.
No, I said that's dope.
He said
Okay.
that's dope.
I'm sorry. I
Yeah.
just heard you use your
No,
name
you're
as like
okay.
a
Sorry,
Bro,
a
that's
little bit
so
of
stone.
I'm Garrett. I'll be playing Roland today. Your favorite fiery fighting monk, dude. Today, my Scholar is that Roland is at one point.
Then you had sex.
No. Well, wait.
No, whoa,
Jared says one
Is,
second.
Pause.
He was in the band in middle school, played an instrument, the tuba, because it was big, but he quit because he couldn't keep time because he sucked at that.
Oh.
Wait, is that actually why you quit band?
No.
I feel like
that's why
I was good
Roland
at keeping
quit.
time. This is Roland. This
Garrett
is not
also
me.
played
But
tuba.
you literally
in
talked
eighth
yesterday. You
grade.
can't keep time, so.
Well, with a guitar, it's a lot harder. There's a lot more brain power involved in a guitar.
Yeah.
Versus a tuba that has 4 fucking keys.
You want to say trumpet?
Yeah,
so
you
bad.
meant
Yeah,
to say
I wanted to say
trumpet there.
trumpet so
He's got
bad.
your trumpet, trombone, and then
It has all of
Trumba.
7 combinations of things I can do, and that is it.
My name is Stone Ahrendt, and I am your sub dean today.
Submissive Dean.
Little
Let's,
bot dean. Little
Bot
good
dean.
boy dean.
You've been a bad dean, haven't you, Stone?
Oh yeah, but that's the kink for today. Anyways, I usually play Brock
Bad
the Rock,
teachers.
but I'm
Wait,
the.
I have a kink for you, Stone.
Oh, you do. What is it?
Hiring really bad backup dancers.
That can come into play later. I like that. Okay, cool. It's not like that. Yeah, okay. Anyways, I usually play Brock the Rock, but today I'm substituting as Dean Master as Nate and I have come to the agreement that I am hosting the party, so I may as well do the Dungeon Master and stuff
Yeah.
for it.
Oh, yeah.
Sub
So,
Dean.
yeah.
Plus, yeah, bonus scholar for me is that I really like being a player right now. I've missed it for a long time.
They're
and-
you like trains.
I like trains.
Brock's scholar for today is that he, you guys know the game Solitaire?
Yeah.
No.
I love solitaire.
Solitaire?
Who
No,
doesn't know?
What,
Josh
what's
doesn't know.
solitaire?
Explain the whole game
What's
now.
solitaire?
Josh, there's no way
I-
you play games like Balatro on grind and you don't know solitaire.
On grind.
I'm pretty sure the objective is to organize cards into their respective suits. Am I
Starting with
correct in
ace,
that?
going to
That's
king.
actually the most simple, best way you could
You can
explain it.
only go down.
Well, I get it completely now. Okay, go on.
Does
Okay.
anyone get castle?
Anyways,
Who
we're not
knows
talking-
how to play that one.
We're not talking about the game of Solitaire today. Well, we kind of
Why'd you
are.
bring it up?
Well, we're kind of okay. Anyways, Solitaire is known as patient across the world. is what I found out. So there's another name for.
Why?
There's another. I don't know. It's just like
because you're
other
patient.
people call.
Judgy.
It's a solo game. Solitaire. Solitude. Like it's
Patient
solo.
across the world.
It's by yourself.
That's such a long name.
Well, no. Okay, it's not. Oh,
Wait, Patience across the world, or it's called Patience?
No, it's just called Patience.
And everyone across the world.
And
Okay,
everyone across
Patience.
the
Okay.
world.
I thought the title
No.
was Patience Across the World.
Yeah, I was like, that's such a mouthful.
It's like a horrible name.
No,
yeah.
apparently it comes from French origins where it translates to endurance in English. Anyways, Brock is like, oh, if other people can just like rename a game like that, why don't I just call the game something else? So he calls it the Brock of Ages. That's what he just calls Solitaire.
That's a Brock
Oh,
thing to
okay.
do.
It's a
Brock move.
Get it.
Where we left off last time, as Nate usually says, we were in the Blue Buster Cave at the start of Brock's party, where you guys made your way all the way starting in the Blue Buster Tavern, and you guys made your way out after eating a heroic feast and talking to the Blue Beaver and learning more that you're after 3 important items that you need to collect for Brock. You're after the Ears of Active Listening, which you guys actually got last time from the Wizard Lizard event. You guys also are now after the Heart of Unconditional Love. And then last, you guys will also be getting the Frosted Crown. But on your way, you met some interesting characters. You met about 20 raccoons, which Dr. Acula and Roland put 17 to sleep, which they later met Lines, the 3 remaining raccoons, in a trench coat performing magic. You guys also saw Slade Fade again, and you saw PPP and Long, where you stuck a giant pointer finger in the ceiling, launching through the cavern. And then after the WizardExpo event, you guys made your way to the Carniball, where you walked up some stairs, and you just made your way through the mist. Now, to explain what this mist is going to do, when you guys walk through, you guys feel a sudden transformation. You feel your biggest insecurities start to come out and actually transform into your physical form. And I talked to each of you outside of the podcast, just learning more about your insecurities so we can really dive deep this episode.
Our characters' insecurities.
Yes,
not ours.
Yes, your character's insecurities. The theory behind that is that if you guys can love the worst part about each other, then you can be friends.
You know what? Maybe we
you
should
will
do this
fall
stress
apart,
test.
or you'll fall apart.
We should stress test this with our actual friendship, guys.
Oh my gosh. As all of you emerge from the mist that you just came through, you guys see what I described last time. You see all sorts of horrors, eldritch horrors, like amalgamations of human parts put together. You see zombies. You see gelatinous cubes. You see spider horses, like a horse that's a spider.
That's
right.
Oh.
And
Margaret Thatcher.
you're missing something.
And what else?
Chicken
jockey. And the chicken jockey falls on top of Tux, the tuxedo's head, because I said it came from the ceiling. And then Tux is like, "Oh, damn chicken jockey."
Okay.
That was the first time I've heard it. It was nice.
Damn chicken jockey. And then he just throws the chicken jockey to the side and
Pulls
he
out
pats
a
himself
shotgun.
down. Yeah, pulls out a shotgun and shoots the chicken jockey. And then he's like, "Oh, that's enough of that then. All right."
Okay.
So,
Wait, and then he's like, "Oh, you smell that? The smell of
Oh, are you safe for the chicken?
Chicken. You guys all emerge from the mist, and Tux the Tuxedo is like, "All right, looks like you guys made it, and the transformation's going through. All right, why don't you guys look at each other? Do you guys see anything different? Do you guys feel a little different? How about you, Flynn? How about you describe yourself and what you look like now and how you feel?
Okay.
Because you should be feeling a lot worse and looking a lot worse."
I do have a clarifying question. So did Brock be like, I want to commission some wizards to create this pocket realm where people become their worst thing?
Well, it's not necessarily Pocket Realm, but yeah, he definitely did.
Like Brock
This is all
specifically was
invoiced to the Blue Busters, remember.
Or,
I
yeah,
will-
but I just wanted to be sure, like, this was Brock's idea.
This was Brock's idea.
Okay.
Yes.
Congratulate
All of
Brock.
this is intent.
on doing this, because as someone who's like been trying like looking at planning events just from the major, this would not be an easy thing to do. Like, Stone, you should get like Brock should have a doctorate in like doing this.
In event management? Yeah.
Because no, it's so hard to like get
DDL?
stuff that you actually want, and the fact that like Brock has nailed everything perfectly in
Brock
such a
has gotten
short
everything
amount of
he wanted,
time.
Yeah.
Well,
It is
also
impressive.
wizards make it easier, so yeah.
No, I think
that's
he's
a
just
good
that
point.
good.
Yeah, that's true. Flynn does not often show it. Actually, never. Flynn never shows it, but often he feels
Sad.
that he's sad. He's sad.
Aw.
He often feels that he is like not important anymore.
Sorry, I don't mean to laugh.
Hey,
You
say
know-
aw.
Aww.
You know when you're like writing an essay and you need to come up with a better word for sad, so you're like, man, I feel so melancholy right now.
He feels like he hasn't done anything worthwhile. Everyone knew his name before,
Yeah.
He invented like so many things.
The handshake or something,
Yeah,
right? Like, I
everything.
mean,
But honestly, if you can name it.
And so, how have these insecurities manifested into physical characteristics?
So Flynn feels like he's been left behind in the times, Like he sees all this new technology like phones, and he's just like, he can barely comprehend like how that's become a thing, So Flynn has taken the form of a caveman.
That's
big browed,
Browed?
dude, like
Oh,
Neanderthal.
eyebrows.
Yeah.
Unibrow?
Oh, okay.
A big old
Yeah.
unibrow.
Yeah, big unibrow, like protruding forehead, big hairy feet, no clothes except for a
Like a-
loincloth.
No clothes?
Except for a
No,
loincloth.
I think we
Except
just
for
keep no
loincloth.
clothes.
Yeah,
And,
I mean, I guess this isn't an explicit podcast, so you could just have it hang hog.
What's he packing?
Hang on.
No, he'll have a loin. Only the front.
Only the front.
Only it's not like tied or anything. It's literally just like
It's like a napkin.
twine around his waist with like
His penis is twined around his. It's like
No.
it's
No,
its
no,
belt.
not the penis.
Okay, I was gonna say like your character description is like every boomer's nightmare of being outdated.
No,
and
that's every
old.
boomer's truth, dude.
Shoot, boomer!
Sorry, if there's a boomer listening to this, which is very
You're probably
unlikely.
cool. You're a cool
Dude,
boomer
this
if
is
you're
a
listening to
truth of
this.
the-
There's actually a 0% chance of boomer
I think
listening.
they find it
Yeah.
funny. I don't.
Yeah.
To move on to, let's do one of Nate's characters since he has 3, so we can.
All
Split
right, you
it
got to
up.
make this quick.
Okay,
you got
okay,
3.
okay. So we see Flynn walk out, and then we look over, and we see another silhouette start to come out from the fog of war.
Nice.
And it looks like a normal silhouette of a person at first, but then as it gets closer, you see the neck seems to be getting like smaller and smaller, and the head kind of flattens out. And when it comes out from the fog, that you see, it is just a floating. I was gonna say a floating cross, but not like religiously, but it's like a wooden
floating
cross
X.
with strings. And as you look down where the neck is, there's these fish line strings down to a puppet of Dr. Acula. And
So she's
it's made
a
of
puppet?
felt, made of like styrofoam and everything like that. And
my God.
perfect like description. It kind of looks like Dr. Countula or whatever. What is that from?
Dr.
You know what I mean?
Dr. Chocula?
No.
Count
like,
Chocula.
Count Acula.
Oh, from Sesame
Count-
Street.
Yeah, from Sesame Street.
Count Acula.
It's just the count. It's
Oh,
the
it's
count.
just
The count. And the reason is because for as long as she can possibly remember, ever since she first became a vampire, and we talked last episode how when you first become a vampire, you're a vampire spawn. The vampire that turned you into one, you are like their slave. Like you have to do everything they say, like because of the magic of the curse. Ever since she turned into a vampire, every cause she's been a part of, Dragons University, the resistance to the Empire, everything has never really been what she wants to do. She's always being controlled by other people. She's like who other people want her to be. And she's super insecure about that because right now she's with someone that for the first time isn't just using her or like isn't just seeing her as a tool, but seeing her as her own individual person.
Wait.
that's sweet.
Is this what she's fearing? Like people are using her, or like this is what actually like people are using her
I think it's both, but it's not using her like
in a bad way?
oh,
but
like she's under a curse or like she's what it's more of
Interesting.
just like she is willing to do the right thing. And because of that, she hasn't been her own individual person for a while. But yeah,
that's
ever since
cool.
Roland started seeing her more as an individual person and not just as like another person to be puppeted.
Okay. As Roland walks through the mist, he gets turned into this like humanoid crocodile looking thing. Super like
Oh.
gross and like, crocodile slimy, but still like, ripped as fuck because crocodiles are just,
Yeah.
but like definitely like a lot of scarring going on. And it's like the thing behind it is he doesn't want to be this just like aggressive person that's always like using his strength just to get out of situations, like getting into fights and stuff. He doesn't want to like fight, I guess, wrong reasons kind of thing. Just be like super
that
aggressive.
makes
And
sense.
crocodiles are just
More-
mean little fuckers.
That makes
sure,
sense.
for sure,
I
for
see
sure.
what you're saying.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He's like wanting to be less of a fighter.
He doesn't want to like be an aggressive person kind of thing. Because like he could just easily, you know, get his way like fighting, but he doesn't want to be that.
It's Roland trying to find his peace.
Yeah.
I was
Just trying to
almost
become like a better, like a bigger person.
As this is rolling, like as a little bit of a, I'm gonna slip in here and slip on top of you and be a Dean Master for a second.
See, I'm the sub DM, dude. He just dominates me.
I just have
sometimes.
to slip in sometimes. And
Wait.
because this is Roland actually taking a notable mental step and he has been thinking about being more peaceful. I am going to drumroll, please. I'm going to award you a number of all-spec piety points equal to 1.
Yay! We're on the same level as Melanie.
Slightly better than 9.
We're same level as Margaret.
Roland is now at -2. No, sorry. Roland is now at -1. Melanie is now at -2.
I'm better than you.
On the scale of -20 to +20 as a refresher. Okay, slipping out.
Wait, I'm at a -2.
and-
Sub DM back in.
Sub DM is back on top.
DM.
All right, Margaret's gonna walk into the zone, and she is ugly. That's it. I'm just kidding.
So
No,
nothing's
I'm just kidding.
changed.
All right, I just changed it 3 times now. I am a Minecraft blob slime thing.
I love
Smash.
No, think about it, Stone. Really?
Yeah, think about it. Think about it.
Michael's sort of desperate there.
This is it's not desperate. This is a conversation I've had so many times.
Well, please no one touch me. Please don't touch me. Like, you know the blob in One Night Werewolf?
Yeah.
The blob? That's kind of like the vibe, but like mixed with Minecraft slime. I'm just a big slime.
And why are you big slime?
I am big slime because I'm like cringy, I'm gross. I don't like myself. That's how I see myself. It's just gross sliminess.
So you're just nasty.
And you think
I'm
that's how
nasty.
everyone else sees you or sees Margaret?
That's how Margaret thinks of herself, right?
Everyone sees me as gross.
In reality, these are your own insecurities. Remember that. But yeah.
Big Slime sounds like a rap name.
All right, Nate. What happens to Eren?
So the fog clears a little bit more, and you see the normal silhouette of Eren as he starts to walk. But then you notice something kind of strange. The shoulders start to get a little wider. The head gets to be a little taller, and the legs get to be a little smaller as he walks out. And you see the most. He's shirtless, no shirt. The most ripped, jacked dude on the upper half. Bottom half, absolute bird legs. And he walks out and he has the most mewing chiseled jaw, the Sigma jaw that's like super large. And he's got an eyebrow that's perpetually cocked up.
I love
Kind of
it.
looks around, and this time he always has that sword floating around, but now he's gripping that in his hand. He's got it casually held down, and he walks out casually, kind of lean back a little bit so his 12-pack of abs is just sticking out. Yeah, I mean, you see every little muscle, like Arnold Schwarzenegger on like the podium, you know, like in his when he's like peak heyday. It's all those, and
his biceps have biceps.
His biceps have biceps, and the reason is now I have to describe it the way you did it so well, Michael. Michael, how did you
Do you want me to describe it?
Um,
Basically, you know how like you guys have all chosen the opposite of like what you feel like you are, or like
Yeah.
negative aspects. It's all of Eren's aspects, but pushed to an unhealthy amount. So he's just so much more of himself than he actually is.
Like full of himself, ego.
Yeah.
Like he doesn't look at those. He doesn't look at his bad characteristics as bad. He sees them as positive. So that's not
That's an
gonna
insane
change.
take.
Oh, so like everything
That's an
he
insane
says,
take.
like even
He's
if
just
it's
like an
like
ass.
is seen to other people as like a minor thing, he like is like, oh my gosh, I
Oh, because
definitely
this-
said something
this is
way
all-
too.
I was going to say
Coordinate,
this
bro.
entire thing is internal. So all of like the physical characteristics that are changing within people is how they feel internally. But like, so Eren doesn't see himself negatively internally, even though other people like know those characteristics are bad, like narcissism.
It's like
or
with the whole fight with Gabriel is like they were both pointing out like features about each other that were like true, but they didn't like. So let's say Eren is someone who's like, oh, I think it's so cool that you have all these friends and stuff, versus like he's in a healthy way. Like he's getting friends, he's getting to know Margaret better, he's getting to know like everyone in the party better. So now turn him into like a stereotypical douche who's just like, he just wants to gain people, like gain friends, just have like bodies.
oh, because he thinks maybe he's not narcissistic enough.
He seeks validation.
Yeah. He's like, oh, why not be like this guy?
Oh,
Does that make sense?
that's
Like he doesn't see
interesting. Yeah,
that
he's
it's
like, why not just be like the Sigma? Like genuinely, like he,
Sigma.
like that's not even a
The
joke
alpha.
to him.
Or
He's
no,
just like,
the
what's the
Sigma.
problem with that? What's the problem with being better than everyone else?
Yeah.
I
Okay.
see. That makes sense.
I know, like no one's really
That's
been
cool.
talking yet, but I feel like the first that like he doesn't care. The first thing he's gonna
No, I'm so excited to hear what
how
Eren
do I
says.
say? Okay,
well, everybody, let's get this show on the road.
Oh my gosh. I love that.
Okay.
I'm curious to see Margaret's reaction to this.
Oh my god, no, me too.
Oh, it looks like. So Tux the Tuxedo starts talking again. Oh my.
Wait. Tux the Tux. Is this the same centaur from the House of Cards? Tux? Remember?
Wait,
Well,
what?
no, Tux
His
the
name was
Tuxedo is just
Tux?
like a
I never
tuxedo.
watched House of Cards, so I don't know.
No, from the episode. from the gambling, the House of, remember?
No,
Brock
it's not
conjured
the
the centaur and his
centaur.
name was Tux?
Was it?
What?
Oh.
His name was Tux.
Different Tux. Different
Different
Tux.
Tux.
They're related. They're related.
Fine, they might be
fine,
you also
fine.
he is
It's
invisible.
a common name, Nate.
Tux is invisible?
He's already
can't see his-
described. He's like just the tuxedo.
You can't see his
An
face.
invisible
He's
man wearing a tuxedo.
Oh.
Yeah, just to remind you of what
I thought it was just a guy.
Would you guys be bothered if
I
there's an
did too.
invisible person not wearing clothes?
Just to remind you what Tux the Tuxedo looks like, he is wearing a tuxedo in the name, but he also is wearing a monocle, a top hat, and a mustache. But the thing is, you can't see his face. Like
He has
you can't
pants though, right?
see- Yes, he's wearing
Okay.
pants. Like he's
You
wearing
didn't say
tuxedo,
that.
like a full suit. Okay, yeah. Sorry. So Tux the Tuxedo is like, oh my goodness. Hello, you young man. Oh, anyways, getting back to topic, there's one more of you. I ended up finding him. Remember the staircase was a bit odd, Shroomy? I remember you at the bottom of the staircase wondering why can't I go up that one? And then, well, look, he's coming out now. And it's Johnny B.
It's
So-
Johnny B. But you guys don't immediately see that because you see what Johnny B transformed into.
Yes.
I know a lot of people did their appearance first and then their like why. I'm gonna do the why first.
Oh, that's cool. Okay.
Johnny B, and I think I told this in a Scholar or something where we talked about it. And obviously, like, right, he's this really big, muscly, buff guy. He likes
Yeah.
fighting. He's good friends with like Roland.
Oh, yeah.
But part of the reason he's like that and he's always this player is because of his brother who like died. And so he's kind of doing that to like carry on his brother's legacy.
Oh,
and it's
shit.
not really like kind of similar to what's happened with Dr. Acula. It's not really his own stuff. It's just stuff that he feels like he needs to do.
Yeah.
If he's afraid if he actually gets with the woman, it's going to fulfill his brother's dream. And like then
Oh.
that part of him is going to die. So that's why he's like can't commit to people or something.
Yeah.
Because then he also doesn't know who he's going to be without that. And he just wants to keep his brother with him.
So he wants some validation from his brother.
His brother's name was like Johnny A, right?
Yeah, Johnny A.
Johnny
No
A.
way.
Is this the
Wait,
same
this is
first
a
name?
lore drop, dude.
No, this was said.
Yeah, that's what
I think
it
it
was.
was said at some point, but
What does Johnny B look like then?
he looks like a giant bee.
So he's no.
No, a giant A.
Whoa. He comes out like riding this like weird yak thing.
What?
Whoa. No way.
Is it a part of him?
I don't know. He's just not going to get off it ever.
Okay.
He's going to have like really long, like blonde hair. Like imagine riding like a horse and then your hair still touches the ground. Like it's probably like 3 times the
Super long.
size of he is.
What if the mount steps on his
I
hair?
was thinking
It just magically doesn't for
Okay,
some
okay.
reason.
Oh, it just like steps through it. Yeah.
Not to get into
Well, it's magic.
Yeah,
The
it's
mist.
magic.
The
Something's
mist.
going on. What is it called when you have like one, not like a jumper, but you have like, it's a dress basically. He's wearing
dress.
a white dress
That's cool.
and he's got like a golden almost halo around his head. And he is very, very, like, I mean, you will get confused. Feminine.
Why are you laughing?
Because
Like, to the
that's the,
point-
opposite of Johnny B.
Yeah, Johnny B's such a bro.
Yeah, he's like every bro's bro. you
It
know?
is.
Bro.
Also, for anyone who doesn't know, a yak is like a big bull looking
You didn't know what a
thing.
yak was?
I didn't know what a yak was.
You looked it up?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Anyways,
Like a hairy bull.
So we could actually start the episode.
we
This
haven't
is-
started playing yet.
I've had fun,
We gotta
dude.
No, I've had a lot of fun.
No, it's
we
fun.
gotta cut.
Yes.
We
No,
should
I
all lock
agree.
in.
Okay.
And,
So
and yeah.
Nate,
Okay.
what is Shroomy?
So the last person of the group to walk out, you can see that the silhouette slowly starts to grow larger and larger and larger, and the darkness of the silhouette begins to dissipate in the fog, and it gets so big, it gets to the point where you almost can't see it anymore. Before then, poofing out from the fog is Shroomy at a normal height, and you realize that it was just a weird light illusion because like the placement of a nearby torch just kind of made his shadow get really big, and Shroomy looks exactly the same.
Do you say normal height, like a normal human height or his normal
like
height?
his normal.
No.
height.
Okay.
Shroomy looks exactly the same as he did
Interesting.
because Shroomy doesn't have any insecurities.
Shroomy's
Oh, he's just perfect. I thought this would be like a really
He's-
sad thing. He just hates himself.
Margaret did such a good job of parenting.
He just isn't at a point where he can see anything wrong with himself right now.
There's a catch.
That's
There's no
cool.
way.
But
Yes, I told you.
So he's not in puberty.
these are like the formative years for any sentient being. So that also means that at any given moment, an insecurity might flick on.
Oh no.
And then at any given moment after that, a different insecurity, that one might flick off and a different one might flick on. Because we were all teenagers.
What an idea.
I love that.
I love that so much.
Yeah, you guys all walk out of the mist, and Tuxedo is like, all right, you guys quite look better than I thought you would. A couple of adventures last time, they look quite ugly, like blobs and some other stuff. I mean, you kind of look like a blob, miss.
I am.
Wait, should we talk different too?
Yeah, so
Do we talk different?
so you guys you can do something like that.
Well, I'm thinking about it. I feel like now we look like a stereotypical D&D party.
Yeah.
Like before, we were just a bunch of humans just standing around. But
Yeah.
now we look like a fantasy,
Finally
D&D
fantasy
homebrew
podcast.
role play.
Yes.
That is really funny.
All right, so before I send you along your way, Master Brock has asked me for you guys to go get a few items, or just a singular item from this festival, but you guys need to go win a few games at the festival. And Master Brock was thinking you guys would shoot yourself in the foot, like taking charisma shots. And what kind of shot did you take, Johnny B? It looks like you're a little bit drunk.
I took a constitution shot.
Constitution. See? All right. Well, the games are all centered around the 6 different skills, so good job on that. So you guys have games to pick from strength to dexterity to constitution to intelligence and wisdom and
This is
charisma.
cool. Okay.
So pick a category and there'll be a game ready for you. And look at the map over here. And there's also a Ferris wheel if you want to go socialize.
Can there be a game where I hit projectiles?
Garrett like needs this, guys.
Wow.
Garrett just found out. I don't know if we got this on recording.
He's a
Garrett
monk.
just found out before we started that he can deflect projectile shot at him as a monk because he's basically Iron Fist from Marvel Rivals. Okay, I know Iron Fist
yeah.
is not, but like gameplay wise, it's yeah.
Mhm.
Shroomy looks around at everyone and he starts to get really confused because everyone looks completely different. And he
my
kind of
gosh.
wanders around everyone. Mostly everyone's taller except for is Roland like a smaller, but a
I was
crocodile.
imagining bigger, just
Oh.
like
okay.
like
I'm
a force
half
of
the
nature
size.
kind of thing. Because like his insecurity is just being, like
Okay.
too aggressive.
Wait, you're half the size, but you're on top of a yak.
So I'm normal sized.
I see.
It seems like the only one that at least the face would remain similar would probably be Flynn. Like you just have like a bigger forehead now and stuff, but like I feel like the eyes are still like, unless you weren't, but
The beard is
Shroomy-
longer.
like Margaret does not look anything like her anymore. Crocodile, no. Puppet, he was never close with Dr.
I
Acula.
don't know, the
Stuff
crocodile
like that.
maybe.
I think Shroomy's gonna slowly gravitate over towards Neanderthal Flynn. Kind of like poke your leg, be like, got to do.
Mush, mush.
Mush, huh?
You
Aw.
you stay same.
Da, da, yeah. He kind of puts his hand up and looks down at him and does a little spin.
You sit on me.
Yep.
All right, before I send you guys on your merry way and we get started with this whole adventure, here's this flyer of the event of the Carniball. Just get these 3 stamps, and you guys see 3 slots on the paper where you have to get a stamp from each
From
of
at
the
least
stands.
3
From
games?
at least 3 stands
Okay.
where you guys have to win at least 3 games at the Carnival.
Okay, that's
but,
cool.
cherry way, on you go.
So I'm gonna take Shroomy, put him in the palm of my hand, and
Like-
throw him in the air. He's gonna land on my shoulder.
He's like, woo!
All right, and then I'm gonna be like, "Hey, why did you take my Shroomy? I'm so jealous."
You blob. Me normal. Mush sit on me, no sit
You're
blob.
ugly, like me.
You blob. Me take mush.
What happened to your voice? Who are you?
And like Shroomy starting to shake his head at the blob. He can't tell it's Margaret.
Shroomy, it's me. It's Margaret.
No, don't.
I know
Shroomy's
I'm
just
ugly.
shaking his head.
I know I'm cringy, and I
Me
hate
leave.
myself.
Me leave. Me walk away.
You leave, you peasant.
Right now.
Sigma Alpha Eren's gonna
my
kind of
God.
push through everyone and be like, all right, everybody, let's get the show on the road. We don't need to listen to Tux over here.
Excuse me, big man. Who are you? Now Johnny B is gonna get off the yak.
Oh, I thought you were attached to the yak.
I changed our mind, and now Johnny B is gonna climb up on you.
Oh,
On the yak?
No, onto Eren, onto Alpha's.
Yeah, get on me, little lady.
Oh,
Let's
you're
go
so
for a ride.
kind. And Johnny B is gonna give you 1 kiss, and you have like a little like golden lipstick marker, and nothing else happens.
do. All right, everybody, follow me. And then he walks right past the blob.
oh.
All right, we're going to the strength one first.
You're so strong.
I meet up. Me help strength. Me strong.
No, you shut the fuck up, you.
I will say for the simplicity
That was
of
not this
things,
guy.
you guys still remember like who each of you are. Like you guys just kind of like,
Okay.
since you
Thank
guys know each other pretty well already, like you know, like these are the insecurities manifested into like the physical
That
form.
helps to know. Instead of walking past Margaret, he'll go up and be like, all right, lady, why don't we head downtown?
You skink. This is my consort.
I have enough room for both of you.
I don't want anything to do with you.
Yeah,
Who
you
are
do.
You, Eren?
Yeah, you
this
do.
isn't
and
you.
you know it.
You slut.
You know it.
I'm gonna walk away now.
No, you won't.
Hey, no, what are you gonna do about that?
You know.
I'm so cringy.
You know what you want.
Oh, we should just go play some games now.
Me go strength.
Okay, so you guys.
Wait, we got Malachi back.
And Kachiga.
Have like 2
What if
voices.
you try a high voice? Imagine it's like a cartoon crocodile.
Yes.
Why are you able to do that? What the heck?
Do that, please.
Let's go play games now.
You guys head over to the strength mini game, and you guys come across a baby with 2 giant man-sized bodybuilder arms.
I was really
What are
curious.
body arms?
Man body.
And they go, "You think you can beat me in throwing a rock? Oh yeah! You see those signs over there?" And then they point at these, like to a like I guess kind of a field or shooting range, where it's a bunch of wooden cutouts of people frowning.
That's sad.
You're gonna have to beat me by the first one to hitting 3 of those targets wins.
Sigma Eren is gonna pick up the baby.
And then,
Sigma Eren is gonna pick up the baby
put
and
me
throw it
down.
at the.
hey, I got big arms. I'm gonna grab your head.
Okay.
He grabs your head.
I want to pick up baby and throw him at the sad frowns and try and knock them all out at once.
He's gonna try not to do that. Oh, I have to say something. I'm
Say
so sorry.
something,
Yeah,
Stone.
you're
Okay.
the DM. I'm waiting for you, bro.
Let's do strength since we're
Okay.
picking each other. And since you're Sigma, Eren, I'll say you just get like +4 strength since you're big.
Okay.
But this baby also has
But does
a
he have
modifier.
just normal strength now because it counts?
Yeah, just normal strength.
Okay. 13.
16. So the baby grasps onto your head
Hey,
and
no.
is like, I'm not gonna. Sorry, no.
Hey, yo.
I'm not gonna allow that. If you want to play the right way, we'll play the right way. Otherwise, you're disqualified from this game.
Yeah, well, maybe I didn't even want to play anyways, huh? He's just gonna drop you down.
So,
Come on, ladies, we got a better place to
Oh,
go.
you guys don't want to play this game? Fine.
Flynn.
I guess you guys don't want my stamp.
Flynn won't play.
Can you toss the bricks at me and I hit him with my hand?
Toss
Instead
the
of throwing
bricks
them?
at you?
Yeah.
I guess if that's how you want to play, but like you're gonna need a teammate.
Oh, what the fuck?
Me help.
No, you're fucking useless.
Me all I do.
You can't talk.
Okay,
Me-
so to describe how this minigame is going to work, since you guys are going to help each other, basically, it's just you guys are going to throw rocks. So we're going to roll strength by throwing rock at board, and you guys are going to have to meet a
throw rock at board.
We're just going to roll to see if you get higher than a DC 15, and the first one to get 3 wins. But since you're using magic, you'll get advantage and things.
Because it's an attack, so it doesn't use like the base roll, so I won't get the disadvantage from the drinking. I just get a +7 hit DC.
We're not doing attack. We're doing strength. Since this is a strength game, we're just using our strength modifier. So this is where I was telling Nate the other day that this is like you guys kind of shooting yourself in the foot. But I'm going to give you modifiers since you're using brain. So
Okay.
that's good. Yeah. So what are you doing exactly? Like
He's gonna toss me what are they, bricks? Rocks?
Yeah, we're circular rocks.
He's gonna toss a circular rock.
Spherical rocks?
Spherical
Okay.
rocks. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna hit him, do my tail, do like a little spin move, wham, and it's going straight into the front.
And you're using a
Is it a spell?
feat called like deflect.
Yeah, I'm using
projectile?
deflect missile attack.
Yeah.
Okay.
Which deflects projectiles.
And
like physical
do you get any
projectiles.
sort of advantages like based on
my
those?
hit DC is +7, and
What?
Yeah, I think it's like you get a bonus to
Okay,
the
so-
fact that if it was an arrow or a missile or a pebble or whatever is getting thrown at him. like,
Okay,
it's
so
a
just add
feature.
a +7 then.
Let's
But
go.
but you still have to negate any
The
negatives from your.
-3 or -4.
Do you have a -3 or
It's
-4?
+4.
Okay,
Yeah,
+4.
it bounces out. Okay.
Okay.
But does that mean Flynn's also gonna have to roll for a throw? Throw it at him and then he throws there?
No, I'll just say know this skill pretty well. And
Okay.
yeah.
And my strength is also a +1, so it's +5 total. Nat 20!
Okay, so for some reason, like you just like since the baby doesn't hit his target, you just end up somehow hitting both. Like
Like it splits the rock in half
splits in
and just
two,
hits
and you just
two.
hit 2, and so now you just get 2 points, and the baby's like, what was that? Are you cheating? I'm a pro. Okay, well, how about this one? And then I'm assuming that these targets are on the swivel, so like if you hit them, they just like pop up and then they like swing back down when you like press the button. Okay, another strength. 16!
Oh, I don't say it like 16.
that. 16. I got a 3. So
No way. Dang.
You beat me that quick? What was that? I'm just good, man. Fine. Here's a stamp. Give me the flyer. And then he stamps the flyer, and then that's it. And then you guys are done with the straight game.
Flynn never gets help.
Dude, I don't understand. Like, why is he mad that his job was like done? You know what I mean?
Well,
like
he
the
doesn't
whole
want-
point is to stamp flyers.
He doesn't like losing,
Well,
dude.
it's like a carnival game. Like you.
Yeah, he probably loses money on each one or something.
Yeah.
Flynn never get to help.
You threw it. That was implied. that
We
you were
didn't
throwing
act
him.
that out.
Oh.
Sorry.
Shroomy looks like he's sitting on your shoulder, looks at you and just nods. He goes, "Ba-da-ba."
I never get to do anything.
I thought it was implied.
No.
Well, this is my fault.
Wow, you're so annoying.
Ba-ba-da-ba. And then Shroomy starts like pretending to play the saxophone really poorly, but it's like,
Aw.
ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba.
They just acted out the saxophone.
You not help.
Huh?
Bad.
Kataboo.
Okay.
No ba.
Gabba.
Eren,
Yeah.
why do you think you're better than everybody else? What is going on with you?
What do you mean? What do I think?
Because he is better than everyone else.
I don't think anything. I just know.
Swing your strong sword for him, babe.
Johnny B, you are the most unloyal fuck I've ever seen in my fucking life.
And what are you gonna do about it?
Just because I've spread the butter a little bit doesn't mean I'm not loyal to
Garrett's face is so funny.
That's crazy.
Like your mouth was censored by the mic, and I just.
Just because I spread my butter out a little bit doesn't mean I don't love the first toast I put it on.
That's kind of fucked up, man.
You can't say nothing, Croc.
I can and I will.
You're small.
I'm as big as you right now.
No, you're not.
Wanna fucking go?
Wait, is Roland like slithering on the ground, or is he like standing up?
I'm a crocodile.
Yeah, but crocodiles can't fucking stand.
That's why I said humanoid. So like he's on his
you said
hind
human-
two
He's just
feet.
standing
I'm
up.
just imagining just on the floor. I'm bigger than you.
Nice. Okay, where do you guys want to
Oh,
go
okay.
to
Oh,
next?
we're just gonna ignore this whole thing.
You should see what like maybe the intelligence one is.
Okay, you can also just like look at the events too. Like you can just ask me what they are.
I'd rather
if
just
you-
commit to doing it and then
Just,
we
like,
find
show
out
it.
instead
Okay.
of listing all of them out. But wait, as we're walking there, I feel like Roland, by now you noticed that like Dr. Acula has been dragging behind the group, not talking to anyone the whole time.
Oh no.
Oh, you are such a good lover, aren't you?
Shut the fuck up.
I love that so much.
So are you guys officially a thing?
Why is everyone's voices like that?
Sorry, I think I copied it.
Is the audience gonna know who's talking?
No. So are you guys officially a thing? What's going on with you two?
I'll be back with you on that. And I like walk slower to catch up with.
Yeah, I get what you mean.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
let everyone walk by.
Okay, yeah, we got it.
I'm
Good
writing
job.
Eren.
Hey.
Okay, so you guys show up
I'm
to.
sad.
Oh.
No, go ahead. Yeah. we
Okay,
can tell
so
it's
you guys show up to the intelligence game, and at the intelligence game, you see 5 potions laid out on a table, and then you see a small witch woman with a shroom cap on her head, and it's like, and it's molding and gross and disgusting.
Shroommy's freaking out. Shroommy's freaking out,
what's
like
wrong?
pointing at the shroom
What's
cat.
going
What-
on?
Give me
What
my
wrong,
shroom
Mush?
back.
Shroommy's like pointing at his like shroom, like his toadstool head, and then like pointing at the shroom cap on the witch.
I'm gonna punch Flynn in the face.
Why?
I want my shroom back.
Do you
and he won't
have
give
hands?
it to me. Do I have hands?
You're
yeah,
slime.
I'm like,
She
I'm
can like form it
Okay.
like her
Yeah. She can
blob
Form
into a
pseudo
hand.
pseudo
yeah,
tendrils.
Is it gonna
or
hit
pods.
me or is it just gonna like?
Like slime him.
Well, let's find out.
She's about to slime
Yeah.
you.
Ew.
All right, do I just roll and see
So-
what I get?
Wait, what are you rolling? You're
Gotta
rolling
punch
for
him.
punch. You should have a modifier for that, unarmed strike.
Let me cook.
And then roll dexterity, Flynn.
I imagine whenever I turned into a caveman that my stats were swapped. So now I'm like good at strength and
Yes,
dex
no.
and constitution, but my charisma and wisdom intelligence.
Oh,
are bad.
that makes sense.
Oh, I
Yes,
like that. I like
yeah.
that.
I definitely want your modifiers to change based on your character. So
I
yeah.
got a 13.
13. What about
Lucky
you,
number.
Flynn?
Not one.
Oh, shoot. Wait, do you want to describe how you punch him?
I'm gonna punch you, Flynn. So I'm gonna.
Oh, you
I punch him in the face,
So you just
and
like.
I grab as I'm punching him with my right hand, I'm gonna grab the shroom with my left one and hug Shroomy to my side and just pat him and
that's
be like,
cool.
"It's gonna be okay."
why do that? Fun get beat up.
How much damage does he take?
One.
One,
bro.
Yeah, no, I just want my mushroom back.
What if it's
Literal
like acid
bard.
damage? I mean, most like gelatinous things in D&D
no,
do
I
acid
don't want to hurt
damage.
him. It's fine. Even though I punched
Okay,
him.
well, DM, should it be acid damage?
yeah, let's just roll a D8 of acid
Wait,
damage.
Stone, don't let Nate influence your decision making.
Okay.
Okay, make your own
Sorry, the
decisions.
sub TM came out a little bit. Okay. No, there's no
1d8?
acid damage.
Okay.
Good for you. That was a test.
It's good boy.
It's a block. You're not a gelatinous cube. You're not like a
Good
disgusting
team.
cube.
As she goes to take Shroomy, Shroommy's still freaking out and pointing at the witch with the shroom hat. And Shroomy, you start to see he starts to twitch and shift, and he's experiencing his first insecurity
Right.
in this area.
Oh,
and he's starting to
no.
freak out because he's seeing this rotting, molding shroom cap that clearly came off of a relative of his that nobody's cared about. And he begins to twitch and contort, and you can see normally he's very soft. He's like a blobby little boy, but he begins to get a little
young man,
big.
calm down.
He starts to have little muscles that bulge out, and he gets a little longer, and his face goes from being this cute little thing to being stretched out.
That's
and
scary. Stop. I don't like
forming
that.
this gaping hole for his
Oh,
mouth and
fuck
eyes,
you.
and he goes from
Bro just came.
his fingers grow out claws, and he goes. And he
what are you
leaps
doing?
for the witch
Oh,
woman, and
no.
he's gonna try and tear off her face.
Oh,
So,
please
Stone,
don't.
was I able to kiss her?
What the fuck?
Too much has happened.
Do you want to lean in for the kiss while
Yeah.
this is all happening? Like
Yes.
you hear him freaking out, and you.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's
Did
see.
you get off Eren's
How
shoulder
about
No.
you guys just roll straight D20s and see if Johnny B gets there first? Like if he's able to get a little peck in on the old
is this
lady.
me?
Yeah,
Yeah.
so both of you are going to roll straight D20s just to see if he can get the peck in. If Shroommy's number is higher, then he gets there before Johnny B, and there's no kiss.
What'd you get?
You want to say it on count of 3?
Yeah.
Okay.
Wait, 1, 2, 3, or 3, 2, 1?
3, 2, 1, go.
Okay.
3, 2, 1, say it.
Okay.
3, 2, 1,
17.
Okay.
Okay, so Johnny B leans in for a little peck, and the lady's
No,
like,
not a little peck. This is like I'm getting
Oh,
like
big
everything.
peck?
Yeah.
On
Okay.
top of
It is like-
Eren? Like,
it's
how
sloppy.
slutty are you?
No, Aaron's going to let you fall over.
and so
No, I'm riding him. I'm balanced.
Okay.
And so as you're
Okay.
as you're
Well,
kissing
no,
the
I'm not- yeah.
as you're kissing the old lady, like she's mumbling in between the kisses, like, oh my, I haven't felt something like that in a while.
Can Shroomy,
Tony, okay?
can freaky Shroomy like latch onto the back of his head and
So-
start tearing out the hair?
So I was gonna say you're probably gonna get caught in this like Shroomy chaos. So you're gonna take some damage. I'm gonna say you're gonna take half of whatever damage Shroomy deals to this woman. So how about you roll? I guess you just hit her. So how about she's an old frail woman, so you just kill her pretty much. What?
Oh, okay.
So you're half
Why are
dead.
you kissing an old woman? That's
How
gross.
about you roll 48?
I'm not judging. You can let me
Because
go.
I feel like these are really sharp claws. Like this guy. I mean, they're sharp claws, right?
Math, Nate.
25.
25. So Johnny B takes 13 damage.
So when
from
I like,
Shroomy.
do you know how like in cartoons, it's always like the damage is on like non-sensitive areas of the body?
Yes.
This is like only on non-sensitive. So like now a nipple is showing, like the closest kind of.
Yeah, somehow I guess somehow you were just really close to the woman, so like you somehow get you get your chest scraped
Yeah.
up a bit, and now more is revealed.
I imagine Shroomy becomes one of those like cartoon Wile E. Coyote
Oh,
like,
where-
Like Tasmanian
like
devil.
Tasmanian
Tasmanian
devil
devil.
clouds
Yeah.
like around all of them, and you're just hearing like I was about to do the sounds, but it's probably gonna be really cringy if I do it.
Like just do
Just
what I
go
did.
for it.
Can you sound like you're struggling or kissing or something so that it's not just me
Okay, I
making
don't wanna-
sounds?
Okay.
I don't like looking at this. Did you see Stone and Michael, bro? So goofy.
All of this is happening. Yeah, the Tasmanian devil cloud. You guys get like whooshed into like a tornado or something, and you guys like start moving off. You know how like the camera starts like moving with the characters like 2D. So you guys just like go behind a chalkboard or something, and then only Shroomy and Johnny B emerge from it. The lady's just now dead.
And that wraps up that episode, guys. I'm Michael DiStasi. I'm glad to be back in this episode. But who wants the joke today?
Me,
I haven't had the joke in my
Actually, I feel like I haven't given it to either of you two in a while.
Rock, paper, scissors.
No, Josh.
Just do- okay.
I'm doing Josh. I'm sorry.
Damn.
He asked first.
I remember him getting the joke.
Don't worry about it.
I'm
Keep going.
going.
You're good. You're good.
All right, how many wizards does it take to change a light bulb?
4.
Oh. The real answer is it depends on what they're changing it into.
I think we've heard that one.
Wait, you've done that one before.
Actually, have I?
I think you have.
Yeah.
Okay, other joke.
You ruined the joke. You ruined it. No, repeat this time.
No. Josh, what happens to a kobold when it gets old?
I like that. It gets cold.
It turns into a cub young.
They become cabald.
Hello, my name is Melanie. I played Margaret Hollsman. Yours truly. Thank you guys so much for tuning in, whether you are playing Balatro in your room or just hanging out on your games and for some reason tuning in but not fully listening to us. We still appreciate you giving us a listen, and we'll see you in 2 weeks.
This is Josh. I played Flynn, and the Flynn fact for today is: did you know that 90% of the world population lives in the northern hemisphere?
Okay. That's
That
Like
makes
almost
sense.
all of it.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
And I'm Garrett. Thank you for tuning in. I hope you continue to have a great summer. Yeah, 4th of July is up, so, light fireworks up safely.
For our American
And
listeners.
be intelligent about it. For everyone who's not American, continue to have a good summer.
They could light some fireworks
winter,
too.
Actually.
Actually, winter.
Or winter.
Yeah. For the 10%
Just
of
enjoy
you.
the season. Take a stop and smell the roses.
Is it called, even though it's like snowy, do they call it winter or is they call it summer but like
No, I'm pretty
sure it's
Call it
winter.
winter, dude. They call it winter.
Okay,
I'm sure
I
they
think-
joke around about it being like, oh,
It's our American
summer.
education show.
Yeah, I know.
We don't care about the
You're
rest of the
exposing
world.
us, bro.
And my name is Nate Dietz. I played a few people. I played Shroomy, I played Eren, and I played Dr. Acula. Make sure to go grab a friend for the podcast so you can theorize. And thank you for letting me be a player for a little bit longer, Stone.
Of course. And my name is Stone Ahrendt, and I want to thank you guys so much for going along with me being a DM.
Yes, of course.
I really hope you, the players, enjoyed it, but also you, the audience, also really enjoyed my DMing. Thank you guys so much for listening, and make sure to go leave us a review online, grab a friend, as Nate always says, and we'll bring many more great episodes to you. But thank you guys so much for listening to Scholars and Dragons.
Okay.
What did
Why
you
did
just do?
Garrett just nut tap himself?
Yeah, why'd you do that to yourself?
Garrett had his hand in the air and then put it down really fast.
And no one was around him either. It's not like he
Yeah,
reacted.
he just
hit himself.
straight up nut tapped himself.
Why?
Is that what happened, Garrett? Now you can really get the high pitched voice.
I got
my
the
gosh.
right one.
No.
The correct one or the right side?
one.
The right one. Like,
Okay.
Yes. Okay. So the reason I will not give up on this like tall thing
yeah.
is like I realize it's stupid and dumb, and like you guys are definitely
what?
100% right about the tall thing, but I cannot die. Or sorry,
Just don't die.
no.